All right, everybody, who's excited? You can tell they love me in Augusta. Hi, I'm Representative Justin Chenette of Saco. Woo! Like one person raises their hand. That's okay, we're representing. It's awesome, cool. So I've been in the legislature since I was 21. I started running when I was 20. I was actually still in college when I announced my campaign. I was actually campaigning back. I was running back and forth between Vermont going to college and coming back to Maine to campaign during the week. So if anybody says you can't make it happen, girl, you can make it happen. So just so you know, I want to see everyone's name on a ballot. And I'm on the Criminal Justice and Public Safety Committee, which basically boils down to dealing with some of the interesting topics. So we deal with drug policy, we deal with jails, we deal with a lot of sort of the harder issues sometimes that can be a little controversial, but it's one of those that's been quite a learning experience to say the least. But one of the things I really want to mention, I know we're going to delve right into it, is we have a caucus of individuals like Senator Brakey and I that are under the age of 30. There's actually about 13 plus of us, which may not seem like a lot, but it's actually a historic number of young people on both sides of the aisle. And we basically said, we want to actually make a difference. We actually value the idea of young people having a seat at the table. So we've come together and said, let's make it happen. Let's show the rest of the legislature, who might be retired, might be a little bit more seasoned, right? To say, we can set aside party labels. We can come together, regardless of our backgrounds, and actually do something for people that they sent us there to do. Our jobs, what a concept. And so we actually have made it happen. We've tackled issues like education reform, making sure that kids can actually afford to go to college by passing an expansion of the Opportunity Maine tax credit to lower those student loan rates, which are ridiculous, by the way, and a lot of other important topics that we try to tackle. And we've actually been able to pass laws by doing that. So to me, that's a prime example of how young people can not only run for office and serve, but be very effective and sometimes even more effective than their counterparts that have been there 20 or 30 years. So it's a proven testament that not only young people should be at the table, we can be, and we can be successful. Woo! So with that, Senator Brakey and I are proud to be here. We might be on opposite sides of the aisle, but we're here for a common purpose, which is making sure that you feel empowered to get involved in the political process, regardless of your background, regardless of what you think in terms of your values or your issues. We're all here for our common purpose, which is really great, and this conference is a proven testament to that. Just you showing up here today shows that you want to help people, shows that you want to make an impact on your community. So with that, we'd be happy to delve into any questions that you have, and we can really delve into them. Whew, I'm excited. So, I don't know, let's do it. I'm excited. Are you excited? Woo! All right, the coffee is slowly kicking in. It's a good thing. And the next contestant on The Price is Right is... Do we have any questions? You know you have questions. I've been circling some of the tables and I said, you better be putting on the questions. Remember questions? Questions? I know, during high school, I know you have questions. I was looking at you. What about Biddeford? You're my neighbors, come on. Oh, I have a question. During high school has a question.
All right.
Was it hard getting into law at such a young age? Like, did they take you seriously at first?
Real quick, I just want to add another point that was great, Eric. I would say one of the things that really stuck by me, I was interviewing, in my other life, I was a reporter. And I was interviewing a candidate for public office. I was in high school. I was on the local public access station. I know, pretty awesome. And so one of the things that I noticed, we were having when the cameras died down, right? We were having quite a heated conversation. We were clearly not seeing eye to eye on something. And she asked me a question. She said, "How old are you?" And at the time I was 17, so I said 17. And she said something that was very profound. She said, "Well, you're not 18 yet. You can't vote, so your opinion does not matter." Oh snap, mic drop, right? And that to me, it was less, I was not initially angry at her. I was angry at a system that continues to think that way. that it's not about whether or not you can cast your vote for someone, it's about trying to make a difference and making sure that young people like you and us feel empowered to get involved early on, right? Because when you turn that magic number of 18, there's no manual of life. There's no thing that says this is how you register to vote, this is what it means to be a Democrat or a Republican or an independent. And so the reality is, we need to make sure that we're instilling younger and younger and younger that idea of service above self, that idea that you can make an impact, you can make a difference, you can make your voices heard, you can intern for a candidate even if you can't vote for them. You can believe in something much bigger than yourselves. So to me, to get to your question, like I saw that opposition, I said, I need to do something. I need to make my voice heard because if I don't, somebody may not have an opportunity to do so. So that's why what you do at your schools, what you do in your community is so critically important because other people might not have your strength. Your friends that you have classes with might not be able to make their voices heard, but the fact that you're taking a leadership role, that you're stepping up to the plate, you are a shining example of what our generation can be. So that's why it's so important to be here today. Oh, next question. I think we have a question over here. Awesome. What's your name?
Mohammed.
Awesome. What's your question?
I wanted to ask, what action did you take to make an impact? How was your voice heard?
Wait, did everybody hear the question? So what actionable steps did we take to actually make a real difference? Is that the question? Okay, Senator Brink.
Sure, you start first.
Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. Excited. Sharing a mic is fun. Okay, so great. So what actionable steps? So to me, you can take away my title till I'm blue in the face. It is not the title that makes the person, it's the impact that you have on someone's life. Right? So as I tell everybody in this room, I want to see each and every one of you on a ballot, but you don't have to run for office to make a difference, as I'm sure you're noticing in your lives, right? It could be opening the door for somebody at the post office. It could be as simple as letting somebody in when you get to the driving age, driving, right? And letting somebody in. It may seem like the most minuscule impact, but to me, we're all here for a reason, right? And we have to make the most of every single moment. And so that idea of brightening up someone's life may have changed their entire outcome of that day, right? So even those smallest of ripples can have a giant impact in the overall scheme of things. What you might do, it might be organizing an event for the Maine Cancer Foundation. You might not see that you've only raised $250, but that $250 goes a long way to try to finding a cure for a disease. Every penny counts, right? So again, you might think that what you're doing is very small, but in actuality, you're making a huge impact. So in terms of the actionable things that I've done in my life, I've tried to use any platform that I've been given to amplify other people's stories, other people's potential, and maximize our impact by making sure that when more people are at the table, when more people are trying to work on something with a common mission, the possibilities are endless. Whether we're talking about trying to pass a bill in Augusta, whether we're trying to do a fundraiser for a nonprofit organization, when we're trying to get people to quit smoking, no matter what it is, we're all in it together, right? And so to me, those actionable steps might look different to you than it would to me, and that's okay. Because success is defined differently. You might define success to be something different than the person sitting right next to you. You might be like, girl, I don't know what success is to you, but to me, this is what it means, right? I know you just said that in your head. I just know it. I can just see it on your face. It's great. And so one of those things, so in terms of the actionable steps, it could mean doing something that you're most passionate about, right? Sometimes people connect business or what you want to do for a job as something, it's something that I have to do. But if you find something that you're super passionate about, you can connect that to helping people no matter what you do. Right? Could be a veterinarian. You're helping animals and their owners, right? It could be something, you could be a teacher, right? You could do something that's not necessarily considered public service and connect that. You could be making a widget or providing a service with a company or a business. You're at the core of it, I hope, you're trying to improve someone's life. So no matter what you choose to do in life, no matter what you choose to get involved with, you can always tie it to your core beliefs and what you really are passionate about. So just as a 411, Those are the sorts of things that I would say would be actionable steps.